Easy now. Papa got things making headlines.
Come down. Ooh, you make my high come down. Always tripping when you come around. I'ma have to cut you off, like right now. You see, I don't want to drive me. You can say that for your mama. Maybe you should smoke some. Me try the marijuana. I was never you good. The vibe was straight. Showed you a couple of things and they ain't finna change. I treated you right. Everything was a gift from a time to your bag and the color on your lip.
Welcome to a special edition of Seahawks Man to Man, our YouTube exclusive. I'm your host, Michael-Shawn Dugar, as it says on the screen. Chris, holla at the people.
What is good, everybody? It's your boy, Christopher Kid. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at CKIDD206, and that's CKid206.
Yeah, follow me on there, too, while I'm verified, man, for Elon Musk. Come in here, take my blue check away, man. Make me pay $8 a month. Ain't doing that, brother.
Not for me.
Nah. It ain't that serious. I do wish it would be paid for, though. I don't want nobody making no fake accounts of me or anything like that. Anyway, this is our midweek bonus episode where we break down some of our standout plays from the Seahawks previous game. So as the Seahawks get ready to prepare for the Bucks in week 10, we're going to jump back to week 9 and just go over some plays that really just stood out to us for various reasons. I'm going to break down a couple throws from Geno Smith to Noah Fant. Chris, what you got for him?
All right. Today, I'm going defense. Did I surprise you guys? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. We're going to go with the defense, and I like this play a lot because it just signifies how much Tariq is learning. So it'll be on Tariq Woolen, and he's just learning the game. I know he talked about early in the season, sometimes he's just out there doing his own thing, but now you're seeing him understanding what the offense is trying to do. He's obviously watching film. He sees things develop, and he attacks it because he knows what's coming. So as you guys can see on the screen, Cardinals ball, first down, 1st and 10, ball in 21, second quarter. Seahawks are up 10-7. We'll go ahead and start rolling in. You can come out and see the formation. So in this, you got 2 wide receivers, tight end, 2 tight ends, that is, running back. Hey, Mike, what formation is that called? What personnel is that number?
Yeah, that'll be 12 personnel, though 12 being the 1 running back, and then the 2 in that being the 2 tight ends. Yep.
YouTube followers, you guys are following along with our personnel. We try to give you guys that information. The Seahawks, they're in their base defense right now. And based off just looking at how things are lining up, it looks like it's probably going to be cover 2. You have your corner out here, top of the screen at the 20. It's Mike Jack. You got your safety, Quandre. You got your other safety, Ryan Neal. You got your linebackers. Nwosu's down at the line of scrimmage. That looks like that is Puna. Help me out, Mike. Is that Puna?
Oh, next to Chenna? Yeah.
Yeah.
Puna, yeah.
And then you got Big Al, Jackson, not Michael Jackson, Brandon Jackson. All these Jacksons. Jeez Louise, man.
Shelby Harris.
Shelby Harris, my goodness. Getting all these guys mixed up. Shelby Harris. And then our standout new guy that's getting some playing.
I'm not going to try to pronounce his name.
Neither will I. But you know what? He's getting some valuable reps. You got Tariq Woolen, Cody Barton, and Jordan Brooks. So as the play unfolds, the Cardinals are going to do something, which is bring a guy in motion. That's Rondale Moore. They bring him in motion. One reason they do that is they're trying to figure out, okay, what is Seattle in? Obviously, no one moves. Hint, zone defense. The play continues to develop. Seahawks are going to stay in their zone, and again, it's cover 2. So basically, you're going to have your corners in the flat. So Tariq Woolen's going to be on the flat at the number, and on the opposite side, Tariq Woolen's going to be on the flat at the numbers. Your safeties are going to take everything deep. So you'll see them drop back, getting ready to play their coverage. The middle is the area the offense wants to attack when in cover 2. Your linebackers are going to have to drop back and get depth, and as soon as the ball is snapped, you'll see Jordan Brooks. He's trying to get that depth because he knows that is the weak spot in the cover 2. It's that middle. If you can get it in between the middle, you will have success because that is where you can beat cover 2. Your linebacker, Cody Barton, he's going to drop slightly to the right and try to cover that hook area, that zone there, and then Uchenna Nwosu does the same thing. So we're going to roll it. It's a screen. Now watch Tariq, number 27 at the bottom of your screen at the 20. He gives a nice little shove to a tight end. Just watch him. Reads it and diagnoses, realizes, oh, it's a screen. What problem did you have, Mike, with the screens? for the Seahawks and against the Seahawks. For some reason, Seahawks cannot run a screen to save their lives. But when teams do it, they find ways to score. They find ways to get yards. Well, Tariq shuts that up right here on this play. He diagnoses immediately what happens. Shoves the tight end, doesn't chase, doesn't fall, doesn't panic, stays in his zone. Worst thing you can do is panic and freak out and, oh, someone's running in my zone, let me follow him. Tariq doesn't do that. Tariq stays home, stays solid, goes and attacks and sees that they're running a screen. I'm here for it. Goes and attacks and makes a play on the ball. Tackling James Conner for a loss. You'll see it again on this side. All 22 cam comes in motion, or I should say end zone cam. Tariq sees it. I'm not going to bite on that motion. Tight end comes through. Oh, no problem. Boom. Easy play. And again, that's just Tariq recognizing, seeing what's on film, tendencies. What do the Cardinals like to do on certain situations? 1st and 10. Maybe they like to run screens at this certain rate. What am I seeing from the offense? Okay, they brought a guy in motion. He's going back across the field. Tight end comes across me. Give him a nice little shove. What am I seeing developing? And then he attacks it. So again, recognizing what you're seeing. So I'm just going to run it through one more time and just watch Tariq Woolen the whole entire time. Bottom of your screen, number 27. Just watch how he diagnoses and attacks this, because I thought it was really great. And I think that just alludes to the point where he is getting comfortable with the defense, knowing where he's supposed to be, and he's also making the tackle, because he could have easily missed, right? We've seen players miss tackles, and that results in a big play. He doesn't miss, doesn't really wrap up, but he attacks the James Conner's legs and is able to bring him down. So a great play by Tariq Woolen in this play call right here. I thought it was great, and that's why it's my play of the week.
People saw me looking down. I was trying to find a pronunciation for 49. Poor guy. Not only is he's not even on the regular roster that they give out, because I have this is the game program that they give it. So I had it in my backpack. Usually when guys on the practice squad, they're not like on the regular roster, but they have like a little practice squad section down here at the bottom. And then when guys get called up, usually they have like called up from the practice squad. They have their pronunciations on the bottom. Like they have Tanner Muse here for some reason. They have Cullen Gillespie, Quandre Diggs, Brian Monet. And they just don't have Josh. He's the only guy without the pronunciation.
I'm gonna just guessing, Josh Onu. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, see, I'm not even gonna try. Poor guy though. Gets in his first NFL game. Can't even get his name in the program. It's somewhere. I'm sure the guys who called the game had it, but yeah, I don't have it. He's not even listed on here.
There's no. I don't know if they had it.
Let's see if I can look the pronunciation somewhere. I'm just not gonna go dig for it. Shout out to Tariq Woolen for that play, man. A guy that big and that fast, who can cover. The thing that teams will try to do is get you to show you can tackle. And so you run a screen to his side. Also, very poorly run screen by the Cardinals.
hey, we're not here to give them no credit.
Well, you look at the play and they just didn't even. Tariq didn't even have to shed a block just to get James catches it and he's in front of all his blockers. Just a terrible.
Hey, Tariq, I give you all the credit for reading it and dissecting.
No, he gets credit. It goes both ways. He gets credit too, and then that looked like the Seahawks trying to run a screen. That's what that looked like.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that, but okay.
Running back in front of all of his blockers. It's like that. They can't block from behind you, brother. That's just not how blocking works. Anyway, I'll get to our play. I try to get we try to get a Geno play in here every week because Geno's doing this thing. So this is I think it's their first third down of the game. I believe this is 3rd and 10. Let's see what yard line? 35. Yep. So this is 3rd and 10. And what you're going to see here, if you're wondering why DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett don't just kill all the time, every game, where you're just like, man, it's 3rd down. Why are we throwing the D? Or, what I'm saying, like, why are we throwing to such and such? Or why did so-and-so take a sack? It's because good teams try to take away your best guys. All right, so let's see. I'm going to just run the play through. Right? This eventually goes to Noah Fant for a gain of like 16 yards, and they get a first down. I think it's the first drive of the game, too. Throws it short of the sticks, 5 yards short of the sticks, which I usually hate when teams do that. Throw it so far short of the sticks, but it ends up going to Noah Fant. He ends up beating Isaiah Simmons, inside linebacker. But the reason I like this play, there's a few reasons. I like this in the one I'll show next as well. So look, there's DK at the top of the screen. He is matched up against, I want to say that's Byron Murphy. Actually, I don't know who that is. Doesn't matter because that guy's got safety help. Look where Buddha is standing there at the 50. They're making sure that there's a lot of attention paid to DK. I mean, look at this before the ball is snapped. When the ball is snapped, Buddha is 20 yards off the ball with them pressing DK at the top of the screen. So you just can't even, like, Geno doesn't even look over there, probably because they're anticipating that look based on where Buddha is. Like, you just can't force it. I mean, look at the route DK runs. There's no window really there to throw. If Geno wants to, Buddha's probably going to come in there and crack DK. So now we're going to run it through, and now we're going to look at what they do on Tyler. Remember, this is 3rd and 10. Right, so they got to get to about the 45-yard line. So you got, oh no, this isn't 3rd and 10. Was it 3rd and 10? Yeah, because they lost yards on 2nd down. Yep. So Tyler is there in the slot, as Tyler often is, and that is Byron Murphy on him. So that's their best corner. So they're doubling DK, putting their best guy on Tyler. Right, but look what they also do on Tyler. Look at that safety standing there on the hash right there next to that creepy-looking bird at midfield. Who's he got eyes on? Tyler. Where is that safety standing? Right by the sticks. So they're basically, I mean, look when Tyler breaks toward the sticks. Look at the situation. Just as it paused right here. You got 2 guys on Tyler, essentially 2 guys on DK. This is what teams are going to do more often than not. It's hard to do in like 1st down and 2nd down, but you can really do it on these downs when you know they're going to throw. And it's not even no fancy blitz or no crazy scheme. They're just bracketing the other 2 teams' best players. And so what does Geno do? Credit to Geno, King Gene. He finds where he has a one-on-one matchup with someone who can win in that situation, and it just happens to be Noah beating Isaiah Simmons across the field, short of the sticks, but when you're a good athlete like Noah, you can go pick up yards and get a 1st down. And the Cardinals, I could show you guys a tons of plays that the Cardinals do this just so often, where they don't leave the guys one-on-one with DK and Tyler very often. They use their guys to bracket them. And you're going to see more of that. And Noah is going to have to be one of those guys that comes through. And that's the other reason why I like this play, because it's something that's going to need to happen. The Cardinals are the only team that's going to do this. The Raiders are going to try stuff like this. The Rams are going to try stuff like this. The Niners are going to do stuff like this. They're going to say, hey, anybody else but 14 and 16 is going to have to beat us. And that's what it's going to look like. It's going to look like in obvious passing situations, bracketing those guys, putting their best guys on them, and then leaving one-on-one matchups for somebody has to win, whether it's Travis Homer in the flat, whether it's DJ Dallas in the flat, or whatever underneath. D. Eskridge, Marquise Goodwin, who didn't play in this game. Like, that's important. Chris, can you go ahead and pull up that 2nd Fant clip for me? I'll make sure I get the down and distance right on this one. I believe this is 3rd and 3 in the 1st quarter as well. So again, it's harder to bracket those guys, DK and Tyler, in those situations when you stack them like this. Which
nice little bunch formation.
Yeah, when you bunch them like that, good for Shane. Like, it does make that hard to give them attention. But at the same time, one of those guys is probably going to have to go to the other side of the field. If not, you're basically just shrinking the field, and it does make it a little easier to give attention to those guys. So I'll just play it through. Geno doing his pre-snap thing, because also the Cardinals like to bring a lot of pressure. So Geno has to hang in there and eventually go to Noah Fant for a gain of, I think this is like 12 or something like that, on 3rd and 3. So this isn't an obvious passing situation, but the other tricky thing about this, as I run it back, is that in these situations, you don't necessarily know who's coming. Look how many guys Cardinals have on the ball. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dudes. And they only have 6 guys in protection. With Travis Homer in there as well. Even if the guy standing over Noah was at the top of the screen, even if he drops out, you still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. You're 6 on 6, but one of your blockers is Travis. So like everybody has to win one-on-one. No one gets help. So that's tough. You got to diagnose who's coming where. So that's like even the pre-snap part of it there. But I love the way Geno hung in there. And we roll it here. Geno at the top of his drop. Look at Geno at the top of his drop. He's got Tyler there in the slot right at the 30, right at 31, which I think is like the yard line of gain on 3rd and 3. Well, look at that. You got 2 dudes right there with their vision on Tyler and DK. On Tyler. That's a tough situation, to throw in. And look at DK. He's like a decoy on this. Like, he's not even looking at the ball. He's got to get to a certain depth before he can. DK gets 12 yards downfield before he even turns around. So this is another situation where it's like, I need somebody else who can win. So you got Noah basically on the top of the screen. Look how many guys have their eyes on Noah. Basically one dude, who's standing right next to him. Hangs in there. Geno goes through his progressions, even though Charles Cross gets backed into him. And then hangs in there and makes a tight window throw. That's a really tough throw for Geno to make, man. Like, I'm running through full speed again. He's got his left tackle getting backed into him. He's already had to go through a couple different reads. He had to diagnose whether they're dropping out or blitzing pre-snap. Because you look at his eyes. Look at Geno's eyes right here. He wants that Tyler throw. Yeah, that's a dangerous one. That's a dangerous one. All right, let me see if I can get D on this dig route. That's tough. Because look at Budda Baker right now. If he throws that ball to D, Budda is going to blow that up. So he's got to hold on. All right, progression number 3. Noah Fant hangs in there, makes that throw. Both of those throws, both of those plays, I thought were both good throws by Geno, both good catches by Noah, but they're examples of stuff that's going to happen going forward. DK just can't be open every play. That's just not how it works. Despite how good Tyler Lockett is, he will not be open literally every play. Like, there will be plays where he's taken away or given attention, and sometimes Geno's going to have to go elsewhere. Geno made 3 reads on this play, and none of them were DK. And they still were able to move the chains. As we go forward and teams actually respect Geno and his ability to throw, which you have to 9 weeks in, these are the situations. This is going to be the money downs. Can you get to Noah Fant? Can you go through your progressions and hit a D. Eskridge, hit Marquise Goodwin, or whoever? DK is going to have his too, but these 2 plays I thought were really important. It's not even that they were outstanding individual efforts. They were just important to me going forward because Noah ended up leading this game with 96 yards for the Seahawks. He's led the Seahawks in both games against Arizona, 2 teams better than anyone else at taking away DK and Tyler, taken away, so to speak, because both those guys scored in this game. But still, you guys get my point. So going forward, man, 2 things are going to be really important from the plays that we showed today. And Chris's play, Tariq being able to tackle is going to be huge because teams are going to see if a wiry, skinny 6'4" guy can come up and hit people. They're going to test him on that. And on third downs, teams are going to say, who's not about to catch the ball? 14 and 16. Anybody but those 2. And that's when Noah has to step up, and Disley, who had a couple third down catches as well. D, Marquise, again, anybody, who they get. Tariq Young, whoever, doesn't matter. So that's going to be really important going forward in this game against the Bucs, but for the rest of the season as well. Your offense ain't shit if it can't get off the field or can't stay on the field on third down. That's just what it is. Not saying go pick up Noah Fant in fantasy or anything, but also real quick fantasy note, Chris, you know what place I'm in the league we're in together?
First
place. Nice.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened. We ridiculed your team when you weren't even there.
You know how it happened? I drafted well, and y'all laughed at my draft because we had a live draft in this league. I wasn't there. I had to go do a birthday party, but we had a live draft in this league, and I was texting in my picks to someone else. And I heard later that I was getting laughed at in the draft room. And what do you know?
I voted you had the worst draft.
What do you know? 9 weeks in. First place. And I ain't even had a super healthy team. Cordell Patterson on IR. I've had Jonathan Taylor in and out of the lineup.
It's crazy.
Just saying. Maybe
MVP goes to Cordell Patterson in your league. He's not even healthy.
I can't believe you guys laughed at my Cordell Patterson pick. He had 1,100 yards and 11 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, I just didn't see that happening this year. And boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, man. Just throwing that out there. I'm picking up Noah Fant this week. I'm gonna pick up Noah. I got Hayden Hurst on a bye. I'll pick up Noah and see what I can do there. Just throwing it out there. First place.
Well, on that note, we want to thank you guys for rocking with us on another episode of our breakdown all 22 film guru session. That's a lot. Maybe I should have just said the film session.
We definitely need a shorter name. Yeah, man.
On that note, we will catch you guys after the Seahawks and Bucs game. Man, we're going to be done with the pod. For me, I'll be done at Sunday around 1. Mike's, I don't know what, it'll be 10 o'clock there, maybe 11 by the time we get done for you because they're 9 hours ahead. But needless to say, we'll be back with another episode Monday morning for you guys after the Seahawks face the Buccaneers. It should be a fun one. The GOAT going up against the new GOAT, Geno Smith.
The new GOAT. Oh, boy. Yeah. The GOAT versus King Gene. Here we go. We'll catch you guys after the game.